Hello, this is Crystal Butler. This is my video blog for the Counselor Credential assignment. I currently reside in the state of Illinois, where I would be looking to become a licensed marriage and family therapist within the state. So in my research, from an academic perspective, the one thing that I found out was that in the state of Illinois, you have to meet 5 different categories. So you have to take courses that fall under these umbrellas: the individual development and family relations, theoretical functions and clinical practice, professional studies and ethics, research, and then clinical practicum and internship. And your clinical practicum and internship has to be a minimum of 300 hours. A master's degree from a Commission on Accreditation for Marriage and Family Therapy education program is considered equivalent to those requirements. If a school is a non-COA MFTE program, then the coursework has to be submitted, and a syllabi for each course has to be submitted along with the coursework. The one thing about Illinois is that there is a tiered license. So you first, after graduation, would apply for your associate license in marriage and family therapist. And then that is where the coursework is submitted. And then once you complete the postmaster's supervised clinical experiences that are required, then you will sit for your exam and apply for your licensed marriage and family therapist. The nomenclature for the licensure is the LMFT, which is the Licensed Marriage and Family Therapist. Earlier, I just spoke about the Postmaster Supervised Clinical Experience. That is actually the one thing that I think will be a little challenging for me. And the reason why I say challenging is because for the state of Illinois, there's a total of 3,000 hours that have to be met. So of those 3,000 hours, 1,000 of that has to be clinical, so that is face-to-face. That clock doesn't start until you are post-graduation from a qualifying degree. Now, of that 1,000, 350 of that have to be relational in nature. So couples, families, etc. Now, you also have to have 200 hours supervised, so you can have 200 of the 1,000 supervised. Now, the one good thing is 100 of those hours can actually be done while you are in your graduate studies. So you have 1,800 hours left. The remaining 1,800 can actually be during doing case notes, receiving additional training at conferences, and then any professional reading that is done and related to the practice of marriage and family. So the one good thing is that all 3,000 of that is not client face-to-face. The reason why I say that it could be challenging for me is because I currently work full-time, so I haven't thought about what that looks like in the future. I am really dedicated to this degree, so I'm going to make it work and it will get done. But just currently, right now, I don't know what that is and what that looks like. I am interested to see what the other state requirements are that are represented in this course. I don't have a gauge on if Illinois is on the high or low end, so you never know. I may be moving to another state depending on what I hear. But ultimately, I'm really glad I got a chance to do this course because it did cause me to do a little bit more research than I did initially before I started. I am not going to change, but it was still good nonetheless.